Good evening, everyone. It's Debbie Chen again, sharing only essentials for you. How are you doing tonight? How was your day? Well, let me tell you a story. So, I went out with my son today. We went and bought him a bike. And while we were there, we were talking to the sales guy. And he happened to be from the northern part of Sweden. And we started talking about things and foods and all that good stuff that I grew up with as well. And then he, being from the northern part of Sweden, he brought up how he grew up with something that is very, very foreign to our American diet, and it's called stroming. And you might have actually heard about it, and there are actually some really funny videos on Facebook that you can watch. And those videos show people's first experience with this thing called stroming. And you know what it is? Ready? It's rotten fish. Yes. Now I like a good herring. I don't like it rotten. So apparently, like you just let it, the longer it ferments and so forth, the more tasty it is. And it is an acquired taste for sure. But then as I started thinking about it, I was like, it's probably got a ton of good probiotics. So that got me thinking, well, gosh, that maybe is not such a bad thing. So anyway, long story short is then I thought, yeah, but that's not everybody's cup of tea. So just wanted to ask, is anybody out there, whether you're watching the replay or right now, that struggle with any kind of gut issues, tummy trouble, IBS, any of that leaky gut, and maybe things have just not been diagnosed either. But anyway, I just wanted to share a couple quick tips of these very simple things that you can do at home, and you don't need to have to eat rotten fish. Okay, I'm going to save you from that. So unless you want to try it, I guess it's kind of like stinky cheese. Once you get past the smell, I guess just hold your nose or something. It's supposed to be very tasty. And yeah. So does anybody like kimchi? Have you ever had that? It's like Korean fermented cabbage. Kind of the same idea as sauerkraut. Anybody like that? A friend shared a tip that's actually really awesome on salad and things like that. So it's not just on your bratwurst. But anyway, so my simple tip, and this is something that I actually have every day because it's very healing. It's soothing for your tummy. It's actually really helped in a lot of my healing process that I'm going to be sharing with more and more tips as we kind of come along. And being over the age of 50, I've been in this journey that I'd love you guys to join in on, and comment below too if you're on that journey or want to know more about that journey of just healing my gut, doing emotional healing, and that's already resulted in losing 40 pounds. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. So my first simple tip is, again, no fermented fish, none of those scary things, but actually just having a big pitcher of water, which I didn't bring here. Anyway, just like a large mason jar. Fill it up with some good filtered water, purified water, whatever your preference is. But adding a little bit of, you could put in fresh ginger, or you could put in ginger oil. But the key ingredient actually is apple cider vinegar. Now that's takes a little getting used to, but in a big, like a quart-sized jar, put maybe like a teaspoon at the very most. And it's actually pretty yummy if you add, again, a little bit of ginger oil, maybe a little splash of cinnamon, or you could put a little drop of cinnamon oil in there. And then you can add some other like lime and lemon if you want. You can also add a sweetener. You can either use honey, or if you're trying to really keep it very low on the glycemic level, you can put substitute maybe like stevia, something as natural as you can get, right? And stir that all up. And if you're sipping on that throughout the day, I tell you, it's pumping in all those good probiotics, the ginger, all that is really soothing. Yeah, kind of tangy and spicy, right, Rachel? So, but I always tell people just a little bit at a time, and just get into that habit of drinking that every day. And actually, that's what there's a similar version of that's called. Oh my gosh, it just went out of my head. I think it's called spritz. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry, I forgot it. I forgot what it's called. But that's what. Hey, Angie, good to see you. it actually is what our like grandparents used to call sweet water when they were out in the fields working, and this was energizing and cleansing and very refreshing. So the first thing, number one, is, oh, where's my number? Where's my finger? There it is. So number one is the apple cider vinegar with a little bit of water. Hey, and a little bit of ginger oil, a little bit of cinnamon oil, maybe just 1 drop of cinnamon oil. And I like to put maybe a couple drops of lime oil, a couple drops of lemon oil. Don't have oil on hand. If you happen to have a good, nice fresh fruit tree in the backyard, grab some of those, squeeze that in too. I just wouldn't recommend using this fresh citrus fruit regularly because it will wear your teeth enamel, wear at it. So you want to, the essential oils will not. So that's just my little tip. And number two, super simple, maybe some of you already know about this, is yogurt. Add yogurt or some variation thereof if you are not big on dairy. I actually have a really good recipe. Hey, Christina, good to see you. I have a really good recipe for yogurt that's actually made with kefir and kefir grains, and which is kind of like a curd, and make that with coconut cream. So I've actually made a lot of that. It's really yummy. So again, the yogurt's made, you still have kefir grains in there, so you get all those, it's packed with probiotics, but then it's made with coconut cream. So if anybody wants the recipe, go ahead and comment below, just write yogurt, and I'll be happy just to send that recipe to you because it's too hard to explain over here. But anyway, so those are my 2 quick late night tips on how to start healing your gut very slowly and carefully, as my dogs are growling over here. So 1, apple cider vinegar will be your friend. And actually this is a great time of year. Again, add those cinnamon and spices, and it's totally yummy. And then number 2, where's my number? We're getting used to the camera. There, okay, anyway, number 2 is yogurt. Oh, and also when you're shopping for the yogurt, you definitely want to have as little to no sugar as possible in it. So I definitely, our family eats plain yogurt, so we can just add our fruit to it. But also number 2, very importantly, is that it, on the outside of the yogurt container, it says live cultures, because otherwise it's not going to have the benefit of the lactobacillus and all that good stuff that's in the yogurt. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Comment below again if you'd like the recipe for the coconut yogurt, or how to make it, or I can kind of give you a call and explain it to you. But anyway, hopefully that helps, and really just love on yourself and take care of yourself, please, because you are precious and you are valuable, and I want you to have a happy, healthy gut, because that affects inflammation and so many other issues that are in your body. So anyway, I didn't want this to linger too long here, but hopefully that was helpful and of value, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Take care. Bye-bye now.